Staff Training, Learning to Lead. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another story about staff training. My name is James, and today I'm going to share with you a new experience I had with a training program at my workplace. Staff training is all about helping people get better at their jobs, whether it's learning new tools, improving skills, or working together as a team. Last time, I told you about a week-long training session for a new computer system at my company. This time, I'll tell you about a different kind of training, one that was about leadership and communication. It was a 3-day program full of challenges, teamwork, and growth. I hope you enjoy listening to it. Let's get started. I work at Office Comfort Company, a company that sells office furniture like desks, chairs, and cabinets. I'm a sales assistant, and I've been there for over a year now. After the success of the office flow training I helped organize a few months ago, my manager, Ms. Carter, started giving me more responsibilities. One day, she called me into her office. "James," she said, "you did a great job with the last training. Now we're planning something new, a leadership training for the team. I'd like you to help set it up and join it too." I was surprised but happy. Leadership training sounded interesting, and I wanted to learn more about it. The training was called Lead with Confidence. It wasn't about a specific tool like Office Flow. Instead, it was about how to manage people, solve problems, and communicate better. Ms. Carter said it would be for 10 people, some from sales, some from shipping, and a few from marketing. The goal was to help us work as a stronger team and maybe prepare some of us for bigger roles later. It would be 3 days, Wednesday to Friday, 4 hours each day, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. My job was to help plan it, tell the team, and be part of the sessions. The first thing I did was meet with Ms. Carter to figure out the details. We sat in her office with a whiteboard and a calendar. "We'll hold it in the big meeting room," she said. "It's got space for activities." The big meeting room was on the second floor, with a long table, a projector, and extra chairs. Ms. Carter said she'd hire a professional trainer named Mr. David Brooks, who specialized in leadership. My tasks were to send an announcement, book the room, and get supplies like notebooks, pens, and water. I also needed to order lunch for the group since it was a longer session each day. I started by emailing the team. I opened my computer and wrote, "Subject, Leadership Training next week." The message said, "Hi everyone, we're having a Lead with Confidence training from Wednesday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the big meeting room. It's about leadership and teamwork. Please let me know if you can't attend. Thanks, James." I sent it to the 10 people Ms. Carter picked, me, Sarah from marketing, Tom from shipping, and 7 others. Most replied quickly, saying they'd come. One person, Lisa from sales, said she'd miss Friday for a family event. I told Ms. Carter, and she said Lisa could get notes later. Next, I booked the meeting room. I checked the office calendar online. The big room was free those days, so I reserved it from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., Wednesday to Friday. I added a note, "Lead with Confidence Training, James." Then I ordered supplies. I got notebooks and pens from the supply closet and asked the receptionist to bring water bottles each morning. For lunch, Ms. Carter said to order sandwiches and drinks from a nearby cafe. I called them and said, "Hi, I need 10 lunches for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, delivered at 12 p.m. They asked what kind, with chicken, ham, or veggie. I picked a mix and gave them the company card number. The total was $150 for all 3 days. Everything was ready. Mr. Brooks, the trainer, came by on Tuesday to check the room. Ms. Carter and I met him there. He was tall and friendly, with a big smile. "I've done this training for lots of companies," he said. "It's about building confidence." He asked about our team, how many people, what we do. I told him we were a mix of sales, shipping, and marketing staff. He said he'd bring worksheets and do group activities. Ms. Carter asked him to focus on communication and problem solving, and he agreed. I took notes so I'd know what to expect. Wednesday was the first day. I got to the office at 8 a.m. to set up. I arranged the table in a U-shape, put out notebooks, pens, and water, and checked the projector. People arrived around 8:45, Sarah, Tom, and the rest. Miss Carter came to say hello. At 9 a.m., Mr. Brooks walked in. "Good morning, everyone," he said. "I'm David, and we're here to learn how to lead." Miss Carter added, "This training will help us work better together." "Thanks, James, for organizing." I smiled. It felt good to hear that. David started with an introduction. "Leadership isn't just for managers," he said. "It's for everyone." He showed a slide that said, "Good leaders communicate, listen, and solve problems." Then he asked us to introduce ourselves. I said, "I'm James, sales assistant, and I help with customer orders." Sarah went next, then Tom, and so on. It took 20 minutes, but it helped us feel like a group. David said, "Great. Now let's talk about communication." The first activity was about listening. David paired us up, me with Sarah. He said, "One person talks for 2 minutes, the other just listens, no interrupting." I talked about my job, and Sarah listened. Then we switched. After, David asked, "How did it feel?" I said it was hard not to interrupt, but it made me focus. He nodded and said, "Listening is the first step to leading." We spent an hour practicing, talking, listening, and taking notes. At noon, lunch arrived, sandwiches and soda. We ate and chatted until 1 p.m. It was a good start. Thursday was about problem solving. I set up the room again, water, pens, everything ready. David started at 9 a.m. with a question, "What do you do when something goes wrong?" He showed a slide with steps: stay calm, find the cause, make a plan. Then he gave us a group task. He split us into 2 teams of 5. My team had Sarah and Tom. The task was, your customer got the wrong order, 2 chairs instead of desks. Fix it. We had 15 minutes to plan. I said, "Let's call the customer and check the shipping." Sarah suggested a discount, and Tom said he'd update the system. We presented our plan, and David said, "Nice teamwork." The session ended at 1 p.m. after lunch, ham sandwiches this time. Friday focused on confidence. I set up the room one last time. David said, "Leaders need to believe in themselves." He showed a video of a manager giving a speech, calm and clear. Then he asked us to try. "Stand up and tell us one thing you're good at," he said. I went first. "I'm James, and I'm good at helping customers." It felt awkward, but David clapped. Everyone took a turn. Even Shy Tom said, "I'm good at shipping fast." We spent an hour practicing short talks. At noon, lunch came, veggie sandwiches, and we ate while David gave feedback. The last hour was a review. David said, "You've learned listening, problem solving, and confidence. Use these every day." He gave us a final task: write one goal for your job. I wrote, "Be clearer with customers." We shared our goals, and David handed out certificates that said "Lead with confidence, completed." Miss Carter came in and said, "Great job, everyone, and thank you, James." We clapped for David, and the training ended at 1 p.m. The next week, I noticed a difference. Sarah said she listened more during calls, and Tom fixed a shipping mistake faster. I tried being more confident with customers, and it worked. They liked my clear answers. Miss Carter said the team seemed stronger. Training like this doesn't just teach skills, it changes how you work. That's my second staff training story. I hope you liked it. Training can make any job better if you give it a chance. Have you ever tried learning something new at work? Thank you for listening, and see you next time.